Honey, not just a sweetener for your tea or a topping for your toast, but a true medicinal marvel with a history stretching back thousands of years. Still, more than 70% of Americans still don't know its full benefits. Today, we're going to explore the incredible healing power of honey, from its sacred use in ancient civilizations to the cutting-edge science that is now confirming what our ancestors knew all along. Watch this video till the very end because we'll look at all the ways you can use and ingest honey to boost your health, and we'll pay special attention to how this golden elixir can be a game changer, particularly seniors. So, settle in, grab a cup of tea, maybe with a spoonful of honey, and let's begin this fascinating journey. Welcome back to Bio Living, the only channel on YouTube dedicated to make you healthier and younger naturally. Subscribe now so you don't miss our daily uploads. To truly understand the power of honey, we have to start at the very beginning. The relationship between humans and honey is ancient, truly ancient. We're talking about a bond that predates recorded history. There's evidence of our ancestors' interaction with bees that goes back at least 15,000 years. A cave painting from the end of the Paleolithic period, over 15,000 years old, astonishingly depicts a human figure reaching into a beehive as bees swarm around. This simple image speaks volumes. It tells us that from the very dawn of human consciousness, we have been drawn to the sweetness and the power of honey, risking the sting of the hive for its rewards. But the story doesn't stop with cave paintings. The first organized evidence of beekeeping doesn't appear until around 3,500 BC, and it's found in one of the most remarkable civilizations in history, ancient Egypt. For the Egyptians, honey was more than just food. It was a sacred substance, often referred to as the nectar of the gods. It played a vital role in their religious rituals, their economy, and, most importantly for our story, their medicine. We know this because the Egyptians were meticulous record keepers. We have their medical papyri, ancient documents that detail their medical knowledge and practices, and not just the Egyptians. The most famous of these is the Edwin Smith Papyrus, an ancient trauma manual that dates back to between 2600 and 2200 BC. This incredible document contains the first documented use of honey as a wound-healing agent. The Egyptians would apply honey directly to wounds, a practice that modern science now tells us was remarkably effective. But their use of honey was even more creative, and sometimes bizarre, by our standards. According to Egyptian medical papyri, they would mix honey with a wild array of ingredients: spices, fly blood, pig eyes, and even bird blood, to treat everything from blindness to swelling to pain. They even used it in contraceptive recipes, mixing it with acacia leaves and lint, as described in the Ebers and Kahan papyri. This shows just how integral honey was to their entire approach to health and well-being. The legacy of the Egyptians didn't stay in Egypt. The use of honey spread and was adopted and adapted by other great civilizations. The ancient Greeks, for example, held honey in such high esteem that a bee was featured on Ephesian coins for almost 600 years. They believed it was a gift from the gods, capable of not just healing but also prolonging life. The Greeks even thought that regular consumption of honey could greatly extend one's lifespan. This belief in honey's life-giving properties shows how deeply it was revered. By the way, if you take your health seriously, we have published our research book on all medicinal foods and plants and a 90-day plan to heal your body completely and feel 20 years younger. You can find the e-book in the description of this video. And then we have Hippocrates. He is, of course, known as the father of modern medicine, and he was a huge proponent of honey. In the 4th century BC, he famously spoke of its healing virtues, saying that it cleans sores and ulcers, softens hard ulcers of the lips, heals carbuncles, and running sores. He didn't just talk about it, he used it. Hippocrates used honey for a wide range of ailments, including baldness, cough, and sore throat. He was a pioneer in creating medicinal concoctions. He would mix honey with unfermented grape juice to create a drink called enamel, which was used as a remedy for gout and nervous disorders. He also combined it with vinegar to make oxymel, a mixture used to relieve pain. So, even the father of medicine saw honey as an indispensable tool in his medical arsenal. But the ancient world's love affair with honey wasn't limited to the Mediterranean. It was a global phenomenon, embraced by cultures all over the world. In traditional Chinese medicine, honey was considered to have a balanced character, neither yin nor yang, and it was thought to act as an earth element, working within the lungs, spleen, and large intestine. As early as 2000 BC, the legendary Emperor Shen Nong mentioned honey as a medicine, using it to treat bacterial infections, rheumatoid arthritis, gastrointestinal distress, and to help heal open wounds. This is a testament to the cross-cultural understanding of honey's therapeutic properties. But here is where things get interesting. In India, the ancient healing system of Ayurveda has an incredibly sophisticated relationship with honey, which they refer to as madhu. In Ayurvedic medicine, practitioners didn't see honey as a single substance. They recognized 8 different types of honey, each with unique healing properties. This is a level of detail that shows just how much they understood the complexity of this natural product. Each type of honey was said to treat a specific disease. For example, one type called moxicum was used for eye diseases, hepatitis, and tuberculosis. Another, brahmaram, was used for blood and vomit. Yet another, xaudram, was used for diabetes. This ancient system saw honey as a highly targeted and powerful form of medicine, capable of addressing a wide spectrum of health issues. And let's not forget the Maya and the Romans, who also used honey in a variety of remedies and rituals. The documented uses across all these ancient civilizations are remarkably consistent. They used honey for wounds, burns, sepsis, coughs, insomnia, and gastrointestinal disorders. The sheer breadth of its application is stunning. But then, something happened. After the fall of the Roman Empire, the use of honey as a primary medicine became less common in the West. Its use was, for a time, somewhat forgotten or relegated to folk medicine, especially as modern medicine and antibiotics were developed in the 19th century. For a while, honey was mostly used as an alternative treatment in times of war or when modern antibiotics were scarce. But what's remarkable is that honey never truly disappeared from the world's medicinal toolkit. It persisted in traditional systems like Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine. And now, in the 21st century, we are witnessing a spectacular renaissance of honey as a medicine. Modern science, with all its advanced tools and rigorous methodologies, is catching up to the wisdom of the ancients. We are now able to understand not just that honey works, but how and why it works on a molecular level. The scientific community is publishing a growing body of research that validates the centuries of traditional use, and we're going to explore that next. So, what is it about this golden, sticky substance that gives it such profound healing power? To answer that, we have to look at its chemical makeup. Honey is not just simple sugar. It's a complex, living substance. It's a supersaturated sugar solution made up of about 40% fructose, 30% glucose, and 20% water, with the remainder being other sugars, minerals, proteins, and most importantly, a wealth of bioactive compounds. It's these bioactive compounds that are the key to its medicinal magic. Think of honey as a natural pharmacy all in one jar. It's packed with polyphenol, flavonoids, vitamin C, and other powerful antioxidants. The primary health benefits of honey can be attributed to several key properties that are now well documented in scientific literature. These are its antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant activities. Let's break these down one by one. First, let's talk about its antibacterial properties. This is one of honey's most famous and well-researched traits. Honey has a broad-spectrum antimicrobial effect, meaning it can fight a wide variety of harmful bacteria. It does this through several mechanisms. Its high sugar content draws water out of bacterial cells through osmosis, effectively dehydrating and killing them. It also has a naturally low pH, creating an acidic environment that many bacteria cannot survive in. But the most exciting discovery has been the presence of hydrogen peroxide, which is produced by an enzyme in honey and other non-peroxide antimicrobial compounds. This makes honey a formidable opponent for even antibiotic-resistant bacteria, known as superbugs. This is why honey is so effective as a topical treatment for wounds and infections. Second, we have its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is at the root of so many chronic diseases, from heart disease to diabetes to arthritis. Honey has been shown to modulate the body's inflammatory response. Studies have demonstrated that honey and its bioactive compounds can regulate inflammation by inhibiting pro-inflammatory enzymes and downregulating the expression of pro-inflammatory cytokines. In simple terms, it helps to calm the body's overactive immune response, reducing swelling, redness, and pain. This makes it beneficial for everything from a sore throat to more serious systemic inflammation. Third, honey is a potent source of antioxidants. Our bodies are constantly under attack from free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage our cells and contribute to aging and disease. This is where antioxidants come in. They neutralize these free radicals, protecting our cells from damage. Honey is rich in these antioxidants, like the flavonoids and polyphenol we mentioned earlier. These compounds are powerful scavengers of free radicals, and they help to reduce what is known as oxidative stress. By combating oxidative stress, honey can help protect us from a wide range of chronic conditions. There is an incredibly comprehensive body of scientific literature on this. One review published in 2023 in the journal Antibiotics found that different types of honey possess antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, antioxidant, anti-diabetic, anti-obesity, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, and wound-healing properties, and have positive effects on the cardiovascular, nervous, and respiratory systems. Another review from 2025 confirmed that honey's role as an anti-diabetic, wound-healing, cardioprotective, and antimicrobial agent has been proven through laboratory and animal studies. A 2026 study further emphasized honey's ability to support the balance of gut microbiota and decrease inflammation. The evidence is overwhelming. Honey is a bona fide functional food with a legitimate, scientifically validated, health-promoting potential. Now that we understand the science behind honey's healing powers, let's explore the practical side. How can you actually use honey to get better health? What are the best ways to ingest it and apply it? In this next section, we'll cover all the ways you can incorporate this superfood into your daily routine. One of the most common and comforting uses of honey is as a natural cough suppressant. If you or a loved one has a nagging cough, honey can be a game changer. Clinical studies have shown that certain types of honey, such as eucalyptus, citrus, and labiata honey, can act as a reliable cough suppressant, particularly for nighttime coughs. The thick, soothing texture of honey coats the throat, while its antimicrobial properties help fight the underlying infection. A simple spoonful of honey or a warm cup of honey and lemon tea can provide significant relief. Another great way to ingest honey is simply by taking a spoonful of it, especially first thing in the morning or as a pre-workout boost. Honey is a natural source of energy. Its unique blend of fructose and glucose provides a sustained release of energy, making it an excellent choice for improving physical performance. Studies have shown that honey can improve physical performance at moderate levels of activity and reduce the production of inflammatory cytokines and biomarkers of fatigue following strenuous exercise. It's nature's own energy gel, without the artificial ingredients. Honey is also fantastic for your gut health. It acts as a prebiotic. This means it provides food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut, like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. By nourishing these good bacteria, honey helps to maintain a healthy balance in your gut microbiome, which is crucial for overall health, immunity, and even mental well-being. The oligosaccharides and polyphenol in honey are the key players here, stimulating the growth of these beneficial bacteria and increasing the production of short-chain fatty acids that are vital for gut health. One of the most celebrated ways to use honey medicinally is topically, for wound care. This isn't just an ancient practice. It's a modern one. Medical-grade honey is now a standard treatment in many hospitals and clinics. It's used to treat a wide range of wounds, including burns, ulcers, and surgical wounds. Clinical studies have consistently shown that wounds treated with honey have less swelling, less redness, less infection, and less pain. It's been proven to be highly effective in promoting the healing of post-operative infected wounds. The honey works by providing a moist healing environment, which promotes tissue growth, while its antibacterial properties keep the wound clean and free from infection. It's a natural, safe, and incredibly effective dressing. We've talked about the many benefits of honey, but it's important to note that not all honey is created equal. The type of honey you choose can have a big impact on its medicinal properties. You've probably heard of Manuka honey, which comes from New Zealand and Australia. and is derived from the nectar of the manuka tree. It's famous for its exceptionally high antibacterial activity, largely due to a compound called methylglyoxal. Research has shown that manuka honey possesses significant anti-cancer properties and can act as a potential adjunct therapy to enhance treatment outcomes while maintaining minimal side effects. It also has substantial anti-H. pylori capacity, meaning it can help fight the bacteria that causes stomach ulcers. Manuka honey has become a go-to for many seeking the most potent medicinal honey, but there are many other powerful varieties. Tualang honey, from Malaysia, has been shown to have comparable therapeutic efficacy to manuka honey. Studies have found that tualang honey exhibits high antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anticholinesterase activity, which is important for the prevention and management of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Kelulat honey, also from Malaysia, and cedar honey, from Yemen, have also been shown to possess excellent biological activity and a wide range of therapeutic properties. The common thread is that these high-quality, raw honeys are packed with bioactive compounds. This brings us to a crucial point: raw versus pasteurized honey. Raw honey is honey that has not been pasteurized, processed, or heated. This allows it to retain all of its beneficial enzymes, antioxidants, and nutrients. When honey is pasteurized, it's heated to high temperatures to kill yeast and prevent crystallization. The problem is that this process destroys many of the beneficial enzymes and antioxidants. So, for maximum health benefits, you should always look for raw, unprocessed honey. It may look cloudier and have a more varied texture, but that's a sign of its natural, potent state. While honey is a powerful health tool, it's not a magic bullet, and it's not for everyone in every situation. There are some important considerations and potential side effects to be aware of, which we'll cover in this final section. First and foremost, honey is still sugar. Even though it has a lower glycemic index than refined sugar and contains beneficial compounds, it will still raise your blood sugar levels. This is a critical consideration for people with diabetes. People with a history of diabetes should consult a doctor before using honey regularly, especially in large amounts. Some experts suggest that a small amount might be okay, but it's best to get personalized advice from a healthcare professional. It's also worth noting that excessive consumption of honey can increase uric acid levels, so those with a history of gout or high uric acid should also exercise caution. There is also the issue of infant botulism. Honey can contain spores of the bacterium Clostridium botulinum, which can be dangerous for infants under 1 year of age. Their digestive systems are not developed enough to handle these spores, which can lead to a serious illness. For this reason, honey should never be given to children under 12 months old. You should also be mindful of the quality of the honey you're buying. Not all honey on the shelf is pure. Many commercial honeys have been heavily processed, heated, and even adulterated with corn syrup or other sweeteners. To get the medicinal benefits, you need to buy high-quality, raw honey from a trusted source. Look for labels that say raw, unpasteurized, and 100% pure honey. Ideally, you want honey that is sourced from a specific region or floral source, as this guarantees its unique properties. For seniors, the elderly population, honey can be an exceptional addition to their daily routine, but it's also where these precautions are especially important. We'll dedicate this entire section to the unique and powerful ways honey can benefit our aging population. As we age, our bodies undergo a number of changes. Our immune systems weaken, our cells are more susceptible to damage, and we become more prone to chronic diseases. This is where honey can play a remarkably supportive role. It's not a cure-all, but as a natural, functional food, it can be a powerful ally in promoting healthy aging. The scientific community is increasingly focused on this, with a growing body of research dedicated to honey's anti-aging potential. A chapter published in 2026 in the book Honey Bioavailability dedicated to the anti-aging potential of honey provides a comprehensive overview of this exciting area of study. The anti-aging effects of honey come down to its ability to counteract the very processes that drive aging. Cellular, animal, and clinical studies have shown that honey counters the physiological aspects of aging by reducing oxidative stress, modulating inflammatory pathways, influencing cellular senescence, the process by which cells stop dividing, and even conferring epigenetic changes. It's working on a fundamental level to slow down the aging process. One of the most exciting areas of research is honey's impact on cognitive health, particularly in the prevention and management of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. As the global population ages, this is becoming an increasingly critical area of study. Honey has shown significant neuroprotective properties. The polyphenol in honey, particularly compounds like quercetin and gallic acid, are the stars of the show here. These compounds have been shown to have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anticholinesterase activity. In simple terms, they help protect brain cells from damage, reduce brain inflammation, and prevent the breakdown of acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter involved in memory and learning. Preclinical studies in animals have been particularly promising. One study on aged rats found that supplementation with twaling honey was able to improve memory performance, decrease oxidative stress levels, increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, concentration, and enhance neuronal proliferation in the brain. These are all key markers of brain health and cognitive function. While more human clinical trials are needed to confirm these findings, the evidence so far is incredibly encouraging. Honey may represent a promising natural adjunct in the prevention or management of Alzheimer's disease. The impact of honey on gut health is another area where seniors can benefit enormously. As we age, our gut microbiome often becomes less diverse and more prone to harboring harmful bacteria. This can lead to digestive issues, a weakened immune system, and increased inflammation throughout the body. A 2022 study published in Food Chemistry specifically investigated the effects of honey on the gut microbiota of elderly people. The findings were significant. The study showed that honey improved the gut microbial composition of elderly people. It increased the abundance of beneficial lactobacilli while decreasing the abundance of potentially harmful gram-negative enteric bacteria. This is a crucial balancing act. The gallic acid in honey was found to be positively correlated with this increase in lactobacilli. Furthermore, honey promoted the production of short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, in the gut. SCFAs are essential for gut health, providing energy for the cells lining the colon and having powerful anti-inflammatory effects. The researchers concluded that honeys with anti-inflammatory capacity have great potential for regulating the elderly gut microbiota, which would lead to significant health benefits. For seniors dealing with digestive issues or looking to boost their overall health, a daily dose of honey could be a simple and effective way to support a healthy gut. For older adults, wound healing is a major concern. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and more fragile, and our body's natural healing processes slow down. This makes seniors more susceptible to pressure injuries, bed sores, diabetic ulcers, and other chronic wounds that can be incredibly difficult to treat and can severely impact quality of life. This is another area where honey shines. Medical-grade honey dressings have been shown to be clinically effective in managing non-healing wounds in elderly persons receiving home care. Studies have shown that the application of honey dressings results in faster healing, wound size reduction, and lower pain intensity. One study specifically evaluated the effectiveness of Manuka honey gauze for treating stages 3 to 4 pressure injuries in older adults. The results proved that Manuka honey gauze was a superior treatment for these difficult-to-heal wounds. Another study from 2025 highlighted the efficacy of medical-grade honey supplemented with vitamins C and E for treating traumatic skin injuries in geriatric patients in a home care setting. The wounds were completely healed after a median of 21 days. This is a testament to the power of honey as a modern, effective wound care agent, especially for our most vulnerable populations. Beyond these specific conditions, the overall impact of honey on a senior's well-being is profound. Its anti-inflammatory properties can help manage the chronic low-grade inflammation that is a hallmark of aging, often referred to as inflammaging, which is linked to many age-related diseases. Its antioxidant properties help protect against cellular damage, and its immune-stimulating qualities can give a much-needed boost to an aging immune system. It's a natural, gentle, and effective way to support the body's systems. But how can a senior easily incorporate honey into their daily life? The possibilities are endless and enjoyable. A spoonful of raw honey in a cup of warm tea or lemon water first thing in the morning is a great start. It can be drizzled over oatmeal or yogurt for a nutritious and delicious breakfast. It can be used as a natural sweetener in smoothies. For a sore throat, a spoonful of honey can be taken directly. It can be mixed into salad dressings. The key is to use it in moderation, as part of a balanced diet, and to always choose raw, high-quality honey. If you're still watching, I hope you are loving the video. If so, make sure to leave a like and let us know your thoughts, and also comment which state you are from. I reply to all comments. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the sacred caves of our Paleolithic ancestors to the sterile labs of modern science. We've seen how honey was the go-to medicine for the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Chinese, and the Indians. We've explored the incredible science behind its healing properties, its antibacterial power, its ability to quell inflammation, and its potent antioxidant activity. We've discussed the many ways it can be used, from soothing a cough to healing a chronic wound. And we've dedicated time to understanding how this golden nectar can be a particularly powerful ally for our seniors, supporting their cognitive health, their gut health, and their body's natural ability to heal. Now let's get to the good part. Let's dive even deeper into the practical applications and the specific ways you can harness the power of honey for your health, especially as we explore its role in addressing some of the most common health concerns faced by modern society. We've established that honey is a remarkable substance, but what does that actually mean for you in your daily life? How can you take this ancient wisdom and modern science and apply it to feel better, heal faster, and live healthier? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of using honey medicinally. Let's start with one of the most common issues people face: respiratory problems. Coughs, colds, and sore throats are universal annoyances, and honey has been a go-to remedy for these for millennia. But the science behind it is quite compelling. The World Health Organization and the American Academy of Pediatrics actually recommend honey as a natural cough remedy. A 2018 study published in the journal JAMA Pediatrics even found that honey was more effective than common over-the-counter cough medicines for treating upper respiratory tract infections. This is huge. In a world where we're often quick to reach for pharmaceuticals, honey offers a safe, effective, and natural alternative. The mechanism is multifaceted. Its thick, viscous texture creates a soothing coating on the mucous membranes of the throat, which relieves irritation. Its antimicrobial properties help fight the underlying infection, and its antioxidant content helps reduce inflammation in the respiratory tract. For a really potent respiratory tonic, you can create a simple syrup by combining raw honey with fresh lemon juice and a bit of grated ginger. Ginger has its own anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties, and lemon is rich in vitamin C. This combination is a powerhouse against cold and flu symptoms. You can take a spoonful of this mixture several times a day, or add it to hot water to make a soothing tea. For a more intense remedy, you can even add a pinch of cayenne pepper, which helps to clear sinus congestion and promote circulation. Moving beyond the common cold, honey has shown promise in managing more chronic respiratory conditions. Some studies suggest that honey may have a beneficial effect on asthma. While it's not a cure, the anti-inflammatory properties of honey may help reduce airway inflammation, which is a hallmark of asthma. Of course, this is an area where you absolutely must consult with a doctor before making any changes to your treatment plan. But it's encouraging to see that honey may have a supportive role to play in respiratory health. Now let's talk about digestive health, which we touched on earlier but deserves a deeper dive. Our gut is often called our second brain, and for good reason. It's central to our immune system, our mood, and our overall health. An imbalance in the gut microbiome, often caused by poor diet, stress, or antibiotics, can lead to a host of problems, including bloating, gas, constipation, and even more serious conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and inflammatory bowel disease, IBD. Honey's prebiotic properties make it a fantastic tool for maintaining a healthy gut. It's the oligosaccharides in honey, which are complex sugars that we can't digest, that serve as the primary food source for our beneficial gut bacteria. By feeding these good bacteria, honey helps them to flourish, which in turn helps to crowd out harmful bacteria and yeast. But honey's benefits for the digestive tract go beyond just feeding good bacteria. It also has a mild antibacterial effect that can help to keep harmful pathogens in check without disrupting the beneficial flora. This makes it useful for treating mild cases of food poisoning or traveler's diarrhea. Additionally, honey has been shown to help soothe and heal the lining of the digestive tract. For people with gastritis, which is inflammation of the stomach lining, or for those who suffer from acid reflux, a spoonful of honey before meals can help to coat and protect the stomach lining, reducing irritation and discomfort. There is also emerging research on honey's role in fighting Helicobacter pylori, the bacteria responsible for most stomach ulcers. Manuka honey, in particular, has demonstrated significant anti-H. pylori activity in laboratory studies. While more research is needed to determine the best way to use it clinically, it offers a promising natural approach to managing this common infection. For those suffering from chronic gastrointestinal issues, incorporating raw honey into your diet could be a gentle and effective way to support your digestive health. Now, let's shift our focus to another area where honey excels: skin health. The skin is our largest organ, and it's constantly exposed to environmental stressors, pollutants, and pathogens. Honey's antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and moisturizing properties make it an exceptional natural skincare ingredient. It's no wonder that honey has been used in beauty treatments for centuries, from Cleopatra's legendary milk and honey baths to modern-day face masks and lotions. For acne, honey can be a game changer. Its antibacterial properties help to kill the bacteria that cause acne, while its anti-inflammatory properties reduce redness and swelling. Applying a thin layer of raw honey to blemishes and leaving it on for 20 minutes before rinsing can help to clear up breakouts. For a more intensive treatment, you can mix honey with a bit of turmeric, which is another powerful anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial agent. This creates a potent face mask that can help to reduce acne and brighten the skin. For those with dry or sensitive skin, honey is a fantastic moisturizer. It's a humectant, which means it draws moisture from the air into the skin. Applying honey to the skin and leaving it on for 15 to 20 minutes can leave your skin feeling soft, hydrated, and glowing. It's also gentle enough to use on sensitive skin conditions like eczema and rosacea. The anti-inflammatory properties of honey can help to soothe the itching and irritation associated with these conditions, while its moisturizing properties help to repair the skin barrier. But honey's skin benefits aren't just cosmetic. They're deeply therapeutic. For minor cuts, scrapes, and burns, honey is an excellent first aid treatment. Its antibacterial properties prevent infection, its anti-inflammatory properties reduce pain and swelling, and its moisturizing properties promote healing and reduce scarring. For a simple burn, for example, you can apply cool water to the burn, then gently apply a layer of honey and cover it with a clean bandage. This will help to soothe the pain and speed up the healing process. Of course, for serious burns, you should always seek professional medical attention, but honey can be a valuable tool for managing minor injuries at home. Now, let's talk about a topic that's on everyone's mind: heart health. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death worldwide, and anything we can do to support our heart health is of paramount importance. Honey's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties are at the heart of its cardioprotective effects. Oxidative stress and inflammation are key drivers of atherosclerosis, the buildup of plaque in the arteries that can lead to heart attacks and strokes. By reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, honey can help to protect the blood vessels and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Clinical studies have shown that honey can have a positive effect on several risk factors for heart disease. It has been shown to reduce total cholesterol and LDL, bad cholesterol, while increasing HDL, good cholesterol. This is a significant finding, as managing cholesterol levels is a cornerstone of heart disease prevention. Additionally, honey has been shown to reduce triglycerides, another type of fat in the blood that is linked to heart disease. Honey may also have a beneficial effect on blood pressure. Some studies have shown that consuming honey can help to modestly lower blood pressure, which is another major risk factor for heart disease. The mechanism here is thought to be related to its antioxidant properties, which help to relax the blood vessels and improve blood flow. It's important to note that these benefits are best achieved when honey is used as a replacement for other sweeteners, rather than as an addition to a diet that is already high in sugar. Replacing refined sugar, which is pro-inflammatory and has no nutritional value, with honey, which is anti-inflammatory and packed with antioxidants, can be a simple yet powerful step toward better heart health. A study published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association found that replacing table sugar with honey, even in small amounts, helped participants lower their body weight and improve their lipid profiles. So, if you're looking for a way to sweeten your life without compromising your health, honey is an excellent choice. Let's not forget about eye health, an area that is often overlooked when we think about honey. Traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurveda have long used honey for eye conditions, and modern research is beginning to validate these ancient practices. Honey has been shown to be effective in treating a variety of eye infections, including conjunctivitis, pink eye, keratitis, inflammation of the cornea, and blepharitis, inflammation of the eyelids. The antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties of honey make it an ideal treatment for these conditions. A 2023 study published in the journal Pharmaceuticals confirmed that honey possesses several attributes that make it an ideal candidate for treating eye diseases, including anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antimicrobial properties. There is also promising research on honey's potential to treat age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of blindness in the elderly. The antioxidants in honey may help to protect the retina from oxidative damage, which is a key factor in the development of AMD. While more research is needed, honey holds promise as a natural way to support long-term eye health. Of course, you should never put honey directly into your eye without the guidance of a medical professional. However, there are commercially available honey-based eye drops that are sterile and formulated specifically for ophthalmic use. If you're dealing with chronic eye issues, it's worth discussing this option with your eye doctor. Now, we've talked a lot about honey as a whole, but it's also important to understand the unique properties of different types of honey. We mentioned Manuka honey and its high levels of methylglyoxal, but there are also other monofloral honeys with their own specific profiles. For example, buckwheat honey is known for its exceptionally high antioxidant content, even higher than some varieties of Manuka honey. It has a darker color and a stronger, more molasses-like flavor. Studies have shown that buckwheat honey can be as effective as over-the-counter cough suppressants, particularly for nighttime coughs. Another interesting type is acacia honey, which has a high fructose content and is therefore less likely to crystallize. It also has a mild, pleasant flavor and is rich in antioxidants. Citrus honey, as you might guess, comes from the nectar of citrus flowers and is known for its high antioxidant content and its pleasant, fruity aroma. Then there are honeys like eucalyptus honey, which is often used for respiratory issues due to its anti-inflammatory and decongestant properties. And we mustn't forget about thyme honey, which has powerful antibacterial properties, largely due to its high content of phenolic compounds. The diversity of honeys is staggering, and each type has its own unique blend of bioactive compounds, giving it a specific set of therapeutic properties. This is why it's so important to choose high-quality honey from a known source. If you're looking for honey to address a specific health concern, you might want to research which type of honey is best suited for that purpose. Now, for those of you who are interested in a more holistic approach to health, we should also discuss the concept of honey as a vehicle for other herbal remedies. In many traditional systems of medicine, honey is used as a base to deliver the active ingredients of herbs. Because honey is thick and sticky, it can help to bind herbs together into pills or lozenges. It also helps to preserve them and, in many cases, enhances their absorption and efficacy. For example, you can make a simple herbal honey by infusing raw honey with herbs like lavender for relaxation, peppermint for digestion, or echinacea for immune support. To make this, simply add your chosen dried herbs to a jar of raw honey and let it sit for a few weeks, shaking it occasionally. The honey will absorb the active compounds from the herbs, creating a potent and delicious medicinal syrup. This is a wonderful way to customize your honey to address your specific health needs. As we continue to explore the practical applications of honey, it's important to consider the role of diet and lifestyle. Honey is a functional food, but it works best as part of a healthy, balanced diet. It shouldn't be seen as a substitute for medical treatment, but rather as a powerful supplement to a healthy lifestyle. Eating a diet rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, getting regular exercise, managing stress, and getting enough sleep are all crucial for overall health. Honey can be a supportive player in this overall strategy, providing a natural source of energy, antioxidants, and antimicrobial protection. Now, let's specifically revisit the topic of honey in seniors, because this is where honey's benefits are perhaps most profound and where a deeper understanding is truly valuable. As we age, our bodies become more vulnerable to disease and our natural defenses weaken. The nutritional needs of seniors are different from those of younger adults, and honey can address many of these specific needs. One of the most significant challenges of aging is the loss of muscle mass and strength, a condition known as sarcopenia. This can lead to frailty, falls, and a loss of independence. Honey can play a role here, particularly when used in conjunction with exercise. Honey is a source of high-quality carbohydrates that provide a quick source of energy, which can help seniors to be more physically active. Its anti-inflammatory properties can also help to reduce muscle soreness and aid in recovery after exercise. Cognitive decline is another major concern for seniors, and we've already discussed honey's neuroprotective properties. But it's worth emphasizing this point. The global prevalence of dementia is increasing, and there is an urgent need for strategies to prevent or slow its progression. Honey's ability to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, its potential to prevent the breakdown of acetylcholine, and its ability to promote the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, make it a promising candidate for supporting brain health and aging. BDNF is a protein that is essential for the survival, growth, and maintenance of neurons. Low levels of BDNF are associated with a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. By supporting BDNF levels, honey may help to keep the brain healthy and resilient. We also touched on the issue of wound healing in seniors, but let's delve a little deeper. Chronic wounds, like diabetic ulcers and pressure injuries, are a major source of morbidity and mortality in the elderly. They are costly to treat, painful, and can significantly reduce quality of life. The use of medical-grade honey for these wounds is not just a folk remedy. It's an evidence-based practice that is becoming increasingly common in clinical settings. The osmotic effect of honey draws fluid from the wound, which helps to clean it and reduce swelling. The hydrogen peroxide and other antimicrobial compounds kill bacteria and prevent infection. And the acidic environment created by honey promotes the formation of granulation tissue, the new tissue that forms during wound healing. This triple action, cleaning, disinfecting, and promoting tissue growth, makes honey a remarkably effective wound dressing. Furthermore, honey's ability to reduce pain is a significant benefit for seniors. Many chronic wounds are very painful, and the use of honey dressings can provide a natural form of pain relief. The soothing nature of honey, combined with its ability to reduce inflammation, can make a significant difference in the comfort of a senior dealing with a chronic wound. For seniors in home care settings, the use of honey dressings can be a simple and effective way to manage wounds, reducing the need for more invasive treatments or frequent trips to the hospital. This can have a profound impact on their independence and quality of life. Another area of concern for seniors is bone health. Osteoporosis and the risk of fractures are major issues. While honey isn't a direct treatment for osteoporosis, its anti-inflammatory properties can help to reduce the chronic low-grade inflammation that contributes to bone loss. Additionally, honey is a source of minerals like calcium and boron, which are important for bone health. When combined with a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D and regular weight-bearing exercise, honey can be a supportive component of a bone health strategy. Let's also consider the emotional and psychological benefits of honey. Eating a spoonful of honey can be a small act of self-care. The sweetness and the comforting nature of honey can boost mood and provide a sense of well-being. For seniors who may be dealing with isolation, grief, or other emotional challenges, the simple pleasure of a warm cup of tea sweetened with honey can be a real comfort. It's a sensory experience that can engage the senses of taste and smell, which are important for maintaining a connection to the world around us. The routine of incorporating honey into a daily ritual, whether it's in the morning tea or as a nighttime treat, can provide a sense of structure and normalcy. Now, we must also address the issue of safety and quality more thoroughly. We've mentioned the importance of buying raw, unprocessed honey. But how can you be sure you're getting the real thing? One of the biggest issues in the honey industry is adulteration. Some commercial honeys are blended with corn syrup or other sweeteners to cut costs. These adulterated honeys don't have the same health benefits as pure honey. To ensure you're getting a high-quality product, Look for honey that is labeled as 100% pure honey, raw, unpasteurized, and unfiltered. If possible, buy honey from a local beekeeper. This not only supports local agriculture, but also gives you a better chance of getting a pure, unadulterated product. The color and flavor of honey can vary widely depending on the floral source, so don't be alarmed if your honey is darker or more opaque than what you're used to. In fact, darker honeys generally have higher antioxidant content. If you have any health conditions, especially diabetes, or if you are taking any medications, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before adding honey to your routine. While honey is generally recognized as safe, it can interact with certain medications, and of course, it can affect blood sugar levels. A healthcare professional can provide personalized advice based on your specific health profile. The dosage of honey for medicinal purposes can vary, but a general recommendation is 1 to 2 tablespoons per day for adults. This can be taken in a variety of ways: straight off the spoon, mixed into tea or warm water, drizzled on oatmeal or yogurt, or used as a sweetener in recipes. For specific therapeutic uses, like a cough remedy, a spoonful can be taken as needed. For wound care, medical-grade honey products should be used as directed by a healthcare professional. As we look to the future, the role of honey in medicine is only going to expand. We are seeing a growing interest in bee products as a source of new drugs and therapies. Propolis, royal jelly, and bee venom are all being studied for their potential health benefits. But honey remains the most accessible, versatile, and well-studied of all the bee products. The scientific community is continuing to uncover new and exciting ways that honey can be used to promote health and fight disease. There is ongoing research into honey's potential to treat a wide range of conditions, from cancer to infectious diseases. In conclusion, honey is much more than just a sweet treat. It is a time-tested, scientifically validated medicine that can be used to support health at every stage of life. For seniors, it offers a particularly powerful set of benefits, from cognitive support and wound healing to gut health and immune support. By incorporating high-quality, raw honey into your daily routine, you can tap into the wisdom of our ancestors and the power of modern science to live a healthier, more vibrant life. Remember to always choose quality, use it wisely, and consult with your healthcare provider to make sure it's right for you. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the world of honey. I hope you feel inspired to explore the remarkable benefits of this golden elixir.